Have you ever wondered how introverts perceive extroverts? Do they view them as overly loud or perhaps as inspiring? Today, we're exploring this intriguing topic, setting the stage for a deeper conversation. Let's briefly define our terms. Introverts typically are individuals who recharge by spending time alone, while extroverts draw energy from social interaction. This fundamental difference often leads to unique perspectives. So how do introverts really perceive their extroverted counterparts? Let's dive into the fascinating world of introverts' perception of extroverts. Firstly, introverts often perceive extroverts as energy draining. Let's delve into why that is. While extroverts are like solar panels, soaking up energy from the bustling world around them, introverts are more like rechargeable batteries. They need time alone to refill their energy reserves. When they're around extroverts who gain energy from social interaction, it can feel like a constant tug of war for energy, leaving introverts feeling drained. Think about it like this. While extroverts are throwing a party in the battery factory, introverts are in a quiet corner trying to put batteries back on the charger. This difference isn't a fault of either personality type, but rather a unique way each handles their energy. Understanding this helps bridge the gap between these contrasting personalities. After all, it's not that introverts don't enjoy company, they just need time to recharge afterwards. To an introvert, an extrovert's outgoing nature can sometimes be exhausting. Secondly, introverts might view extroverts as incessant talkers. This perception is not about being judgmental, but rather it's rooted in the way introverts communicate. They often prefer diving into deeper, more meaningful conversations. They seek to understand and connect on a profound level, rather than just skim the surface. On the other hand, extroverts tend to enjoy the thrill of small talk. They find comfort in the hustle and bustle of conversations, bouncing from one topic to another. It's like playing a game of ping pong, where they thrive on the swift back and forth exchanges. But for introverts, this constant chatter can become overwhelming. It's like being in a room filled with different radio stations playing all at once, and all they want is to find that one station that plays their favorite song. While extroverts find solace in chatter, introverts might see it as noise. Thirdly, introverts may perceive extroverts as attention seekers. Imagine a party scene. At the center, there's always someone telling the loudest stories, laughing the hardest, and generally soaking up all the attention. To an introvert, this person might seem like a spotlight seeker, someone who thrives on being the center of attention. In contrast, introverts often prefer to stay in the background. They may find joy in listening, observing, and absorbing the atmosphere, rather than actively contributing to it. They might choose to express themselves in more subtle ways, like through one-on-one conversations or written communication. It's not that they don't like attention, but they prefer it in smaller, more intimate doses. To them, the idea of being the life of the party, the one everyone is watching, can seem exhausting, even intimidating. So, when they see extroverts seemingly seeking out and reveling in this mass attention, they may wonder, why? Introverts may see extroverts as spotlight seekers, thriving on the attention they draw. Fourthly, introverts often see extroverts as social butterflies. Imagine being at a party, feeling overwhelmed by the noise, the crowd, and the small talk, while someone else seems to thrive in this very environment. This is how an introvert might perceive an extrovert. Extroverts are often seen gliding from one conversation to another, laughing, sharing, connecting. They seem to draw energy from these interactions rather than feeling drained. It's like they have a social GPS guiding them through the complexities of human interaction with remarkable ease. To an introvert, this can seem baffling. Socializing can feel like navigating a labyrinth without a map. It requires energy, focus, and often a good deal of courage. Introverts may wonder how extroverts do it, how they seem to effortlessly engage with others, unburdened by the anxieties that might plague an introvert. In the eyes of an introvert, extroverts seem to navigate social waters with remarkable ease. Fifthly, introverts might perceive extroverts as open books. This perception stems from the extrovert's natural tendency to express themselves freely, to share personal stories, and to wear their hearts on their sleeves. In contrast, introverts are often more reserved, choosing to keep their thoughts and feelings closely guarded. This difference in communication styles can often lead to a fascinating paradox. In the world of extroverts, sharing is caring. Their willingness to divulge personal details can create a sense of connection and camaraderie. For them, this openness is a way to build relationships and foster trust. On the other hand, introverts often prefer to reveal themselves in layers, only opening up when they feel truly comfortable. They value their privacy and often need time to process their thoughts before sharing them. This difference can sometimes lead to misunderstandings, as introverts might find the extroverts' openness overwhelming or intimidating. To introverts, extroverts often appear as open books, readily sharing their lives with others. Sixthly, introverts often view extroverts as impulsive adventurers. Picture this. You've meticulously planned your day, every activity carefully slotted into its own time. Suddenly, your extroverted friend calls, excited about a spontaneous trip to the beach. To an introvert, this feels like a tornado sweeping through their carefully crafted schedule, causing chaos. But from an extrovert's perspective, this spontaneity is not impulsiveness, but rather a thirst for new experiences and a desire to seize the day. It's a way of living that's flexible, adaptable, and filled with the unexpected. Yet, to an introvert, the unpredictability can be unnerving. They prefer plans to be stable, reliable, and well thought out in advance. The thrill of an unplanned adventure that excites an extrovert may leave an introvert feeling unsettled. In the introvert's eyes, extroverts might seem like impulsive adventurers, always ready for the next thrill. Seventhly, introverts may perceive extroverts as lacking in empathy. This perception is not about extroverts being unkind or uncaring. Rather, it's about the difference in how they process social information. Extroverts are often seen as the life of the party, thriving in bustling environments filled with people and noise. This outgoing nature may lead introverts to believe that extroverts don't fully understand or respect the needs of those who find solace in solitude. Introverts often require quiet and alone time to recharge and process their thoughts. When an extrovert enthusiastically encourages participation in social activities without acknowledging this need, it can feel like a lack of empathy. This can create a gap in understanding, a sense of being overlooked or misunderstood. It's not that extroverts are inherently lacking in empathy, but their energetic approach to life may inadvertently overshadow the quieter needs of their introverted peers. Introverts may feel that extroverts, in their zest for life, may overlook the feelings of others. Eighthly, introverts often view extroverts as surface skimmers. Now, why is that? Well, introverts thrive on deep, meaningful connections. They enjoy exploring the depths of a conversation, peeling back layers, and really getting to the heart of the matter. This is not to say extroverts don't appreciate depth, but their approach may differ. Extroverts, with their energy radiating outward, may seem to bounce from one topic to another, one person to the next, like a stone skipping on a pond's surface. This can be perceived by the introvert as only skimming the surface, not truly engaging with the depth that lies beneath. It's like comparing a deep-sea diver to a water skier. The diver plunges into the depths, exploring the unseen world below, while the water skier skims along the surface, enjoying the speed and the thrill. Both enjoy the water, but in very different ways. To the introvert, the extrovert may seem to only scratch the surface, not delving deeper into matters. Lastly, despite their differences, introverts can find extroverts inspiring. There's an undeniable allure to the way extroverts navigate the world. Their ability to spark up conversations, to make friends out of strangers, and to thrive in social situations is nothing short of awe-inspiring for those who find these tasks more daunting. Their confidence too is something to be admired. They move with an assuredness, an ease that can make even the most complex social dance seem elementary. This effortless charm is something that introverts can learn from and perhaps aspire to emulate. And let's not forget their zest for life. Extroverts have a knack for seizing the day, for living in the moment. They revel in the here and now, fully immersing themselves in experiences and savoring the joy of human connection. Introverts, in their quiet observation, often find inspiration in the outgoing nature of extroverts. From energy draining to inspiring, introverts perceive extroverts in many different ways. So, we've journeyed through the introverted mind, exploring a spectrum of perspectives ranging from the energy drain of constant chatter to the inspiring outgoing nature of extroverts. We've seen how the spotlight-seeking behavior of extroverts can be seen as overwhelming, yet also admirable. We've delved into the paradox of the social butterflies who can captivate a crowd, yet sometimes miss the subtleties of one-on-one connections. We've navigated the open book nature of extroverts, which can be both refreshing and too revealing. We've also looked at the impulsive adventurers whose spontaneity can be exhilarating yet exhausting. We've explored the empathy gap, where extroverts' outward focus can sometimes overlook the inner world of others. And finally, we've touched on the surface skimmers who value breadth over depth. Understanding these perceptions can foster better communication and mutual respect between introverts and extroverts. Remember, it's not about changing who we are, but embracing the diversity of human nature.